What's up, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to release day unboxing for October. What the hell is today's date? That's pretty bad of me that I don't know the date. October 9th? Yes, October 9th, 2012. And another big week in the hardcore gaming season of 2012. Two very large retail releases that everyone has been waiting for. And yes, I already know people are, right now, they're flipping shit, and I'll explain why later when we get to this unboxing. But, yes, two big retail releases. We've got Dishonored, and we've got XCOM Enemy Unknown, okay? Two very different games, and two games that have been highly anticipated. Both had a showing at E3. Of course, Dishonored, for whatever reason, decided that normal people can't see their game, and had a closed-door presentation for gaming media only. XCOM Enemy Unknown, I did actually get into their presentation, and I really liked what I saw. And yes, what we're going to do is going to go through the pre-order bonuses. We're going to go through what you get for pre-ordering at GameStop in regards to DLC, as well as some other stuff. The one thing that I do want to say is I also pre-ordered Fable the Journey, and a lot of people have no idea what that is, I know. Fable the Journey is a Microsoft Kinect only game. That is a game of Fable. Basically, it's almost on rails, but you use the Kinect to control yourself as you go through this game, okay? Well, I did pre-order it. Supposedly, the release date was this week, and when I went to pick up these two games at GameStop, they said, we don't have it, we don't know when we're going to get it, we don't know much about it. I guess I'm probably the only person at the store who even pre-ordered it, and they just don't have the game. Excellent. So... I guess I'll have to check in next week. I get the feeling I'm going to be busy all this week with these. And also, just so you know, there is the new episode of The Walking Dead, episode 4, supposed to be coming out actually today for the PlayStation 3, and then on Wednesday for the Xbox 360 and PC. Now, I've been playing this on the PC, and I'll be exploding, but I'll be checking that out this week. Just I'm not sure when, because I know I'm going to be busy with these retail releases. Keep in mind, these games have had a release date listed for months, as opposed to The Walking Dead, who Telltale Games decided to announce would be released this week about 2 days ago. So congratulations to Telltale Games for giving absolutely no warning to anyone and having no release schedule whatsoever for your episodic games. It's the second year in a row you've done it. With these episodic games, and you really need to be more professional about that. I will be playing it, I just don't know when. It'll be sometime this week, okay? So anyway, I digress. Let's get into the unboxing of these games. So first of all, we've got Dishonored, and what it came with is a pack of tarot cards. That's right, for pre-ordering at GameStop, you get a pack of tarot cards. And I almost didn't get this pack of tarot cards because they had an employee at the GameStop opening the store today who really didn't know jack shit. And I doubt it's his fault. I don't think he got any training. So he didn't know anything about the system. He didn't know about the tarot cards. Luckily, an employee was off today, and he was coming in to pick up his own games. And this is a guy who's worked there for a while. And he actually knew how to work the system, and he taught the guy how to do it. He showed the guy where these tarot cards were in the back. He even showed the guy how to look up my reserves in the system because he couldn't find one of my reserves out of the two. Okay? So what you have here, first of all, that's the back of the cards, okay? I think it's 76 tarot cards of all the characters in the game. Look at that. Plus some other cool cards. I don't know what these are. And then you've got regular numbered cards with swords and rats and skulls and guns, okay? And the cool thing about this is that it's actually a card game you can play. It actually has a rules here. I'm not going to unfold it and show you, but this is rules, and when you read this, it says, in the game of Dishonored, the characters in the game actually play this game called the Nancy, okay? And by reading those instructions, you can actually learn how to play the game, the real game, and you can play the game outside of the video game. And that's a pretty neat pre-order bonus, because not only do you get to see all the characters, but it's also a real card game. Reminds me of the deck of cards that I got for the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition that also had all the characters on it, only that I had to pay for the pre-order bonus. Here, this was free. There was no Collector's Edition of Dishonored, so that came for free with the game, okay? Also, I did get a code, just so everyone knows, for pre-ordering at GameStop. It says the code is called the Arcane Assassin Pack. And I'm gonna obviously I'm gonna redeem that when I play the game. I don't know what it is or what I get for it. But here's Dishonored. Okay. And here, oh wow, winner of 50 E3 awards. Yeah, some awards from people you actually let in to see the fucking game, you assholes. E3 Game of Show by Game Informer, GameSpot, MSNBC. Revenge Sells Everything. Most people already know the premise of the game, where a guy gets framed for the murder of a monarch, and then he has to prove his innocence, and he goes through as a sneaky assassin named Ezio Auditore, who goes through Italy using all of his assassin skills to stay undercover while he eliminates the Borgia. What do you mean that's not this game? That's oh, okay. So it's kind of the same premise as Assassin's Creed when you really think about it. It's a guy who almost even looks like Ezio. He's got like the same kind of a cloak thing going on there, and he goes around this fictionary monarchy, so to speak, and he is trying to basically kill off people who he thinks, I guess, were involved in his framing. I don't know, because I haven't played the game yet. I'm not 100% on the story. But it seems like an interesting premise. And it seems similar to Deus Ex, that you can play it however you want. You can be very brutal and go through and murder people left and right and do all kinds of stuff there. Or you can be extremely sneaky. In fact, I've heard there's 100 gamer point / gold trophy achievement if you go through the entire game without killing anybody. Okay? That must be like impossibly hard. I can't see how you could get through the game without killing anybody. But that's the cool thing about this game. Very similar to Deus Ex Human Revolution a couple of years, well, it was last year actually, where you can play it the way you want. Okay? So that's Dishonored. We'll look on the inside. There's the game disc. We got a nice ad for Doom 3 BFG Edition, which, yes, I will be checking out. I did reserve it. On the back, it actually explains that Doom 3 BFG Edition comes with Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, the expansion Resurrection of Evil, and then a new expansion called Doom 3 The Lost Mission. This is actually, just so people are clear, it's an HD remake of Doom 3. They're actually redoing it in high definition. The other games, I think, are going to be in, pixely like they always were in the 90s as PC games. But Doom 3 they're going to redo, and I think that's awesome because I played Doom 3 when it was new. I had a gaming PC that I played it on, and it looked really good at the time, but it almost felt like it was ahead of its time. It really did. Like, I think today a lot of these first-person shooter games kind of stole stuff from Doom 3 in a way, and a lot of people at the time, I don't think, got Doom 3, and they kind of were like, it's okay, but it's not great. I loved it. I thought the atmosphere was spooky as hell. It scared the shit out of me with the jump scares and the monsters coming out of walls and shit. I really liked Doom 3. I don't know why some people didn't get it, but I did. So I'm going to be excited to play that again. It's been quite a while since I played it. So I'll be excited to play that again, the HD remake next week. But anyway, Dishonored instruction booklet, full color. Okay, not very long, short and sweet, but explains your HUD, explains the characters, the controls, gameplay, all kinds of stuff. Pretty neat, okay? Pretty decent instruction booklet. So that's Dishonored. Now, of course, for the elephant in the room that I know that everyone has been flipping out since the video started, okay? XCOM Enemy Unknown. That's refreshing. Alright, so I know everyone is saying, well, wait a minute, Phil. You have a gaming PC. What on earth are you doing buying an XCOM game on a console? Okay? Well, I have two things to say about this. First of all, I really don't think there's going to be a significant difference between XCOM on a console versus on the PC this time around. Let me explain, because I really think that these games now, they're really designing them to be cross-platform. Like, I'll be honest, originally I didn't even know if they were going to port this to a console, and then when I heard, yeah, it's going to be simultaneous release, like, well, probably what's going to end up happening is they're all going to be pretty equal. That's what they've been doing with a lot of these games, okay? But outside of that, the honest, God's honest truth here, I thought I reserved the PC edition. In fact, I'm going to go as far to say that I did ask to reserve the PC edition a couple months ago when I reserved this game, okay? And like I said, my GameStop that I go to, unfortunately, not always up to par. the store manager is really good. Whenever she's there, everything gets done properly. But when she's not, sometimes a lot of things fall through the cracks. Sometimes I don't get my pre-order bonuses. Like I said, thank God that another store employee walked in while I was there buying my game, or else I wouldn't have gotten the tarot cards, okay? But I would almost guarantee you that I did ask to reserve the PC version, and they put it in under Xbox by accident, okay? Now here's the problem. The problem is, unfortunately, GameStop doesn't stock PC versions of games anymore. Because, again, I'm going to say the truth here is, PC games, most of them are bought over the internet at this point. Most of them, they get them through Steam, or they get them through wherever. There's very few physical retail copies of these games that get put into retail stores anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, you go to Target, you go to maybe Best Buy, you may find them on the shelf, but at a game store like GameStop, you almost never see PC games stored or stocked anymore, okay? So in this particular case, I asked, I said, I swear I reserved the PC version. The guy's like, no, sorry, it says Xbox, that's all, that's what we got here. I said, well, can I buy the PC version of the game? To which he said, no, because we only have 2 copies, and they're both reserved, and because we only stock what people have reserved. So it was either take home XCOM on Xbox, or drive to another store out of the way, see if they happen to have it, or if they even took it out yet. Because that's the other thing about these retail stores that aren't game stores is, they take their time, their sweet time. So I might have gone to Best Buy and said, hey, can I have XCOM on PC? And they go, oh, yeah, we don't have it. Like, of course you do. Because it's sitting in the back in a box, and they didn't bother to take it out and put it on the floor yet. So, yeah, unfortunately, XCOM is going to be on the Xbox. I know people are, the entire time I'm playing, I can't believe this fucking noob. He's got the PC and he didn't get the PC version. Oh! Well, there's nothing I can do about it. So tough titties, okay? XCOM Enemy Unknown is not a real-time strategy game. It is a turn-based strategy game. Throwback to the 90s when a lot of games were like this, okay? Looks really good. I actually didn't play it, but like I said, I sat in at the presentation at E3. Looks like there's going to be a lot of strategy involved, and it's probably going to be a longer game. So I'm actually excited to jump into it. It's something completely different from what I usually do, and I really am excited to see what they do with it. It does have online multiplayer, 2 players. I don't know if I'm going to be checking that out, being that the campaign's probably pretty long. So here we go, unboxing here. You've got the game disc. You've got a code here. It says this is the Elite Soldier Pack. I don't know if this comes with the PC version or not. I got it because I bought the Xbox 360 version. I don't know. But it says you get the classic XCOM Soldier Deco Packs, and a complete color customization option. So that basically you can do whatever you want with your color customization and completely customize your characters, which is neat. That's what I heard. You can name your characters. You can customize them. You have to be really careful because if they die, you probably can't resurrect them. And so you might have like a cherished character who you've been using for half the campaign, and all of a sudden he dies, and you're like, well, goodbye. See you in hell. So that's it. Alright. And then the instruction booklet is short and sweet. Okay? It actually says if you want a full instruction booklet, you can go to a website and get it, but it just explains the controls, different game aspects and modes, and that's it. Okay? Very, very, very basic. And then a nice ad for BioShock Infinite, which is funny because they're like, oh, it's the best of E3. Well, guess what? It wasn't at E3 this year, so they're talking about 2011 awards, okay? Oh, the best of 2011. Why are you still advertising that? It's been 2 years, by the time the game comes out. So anyway, that's it this week for release day unboxing. 2 huge retail games. If Fable the Journey had been at GameStop, I would have had that to unbox for you as well, but unfortunately they didn't have it, I guess. And that's it. So what's my plan? Because obviously in weeks with multiple games, people want to know, Phil, what are you going to be playing? So we know when to tune in. Some people might want to see Dishonored. Some people might want to see XCOM. Some people might want to see both. I don't know. Here's the deal. I did this back in August. It was very successful when I did it. So I'm going to be doing the same deal. I am going to be playing both games this week, every day. So today, I might start with a little bit of XCOM and then play a little bit of Dishonored, or I might play some Dishonored and then XCOM. There'll probably be several hours of each game, so that way you get a taste of each every single day, and I get a flavor for what the games are going to play like, okay? And then, if I get further in one game than another or whatever, I may play a little bit more. Because I remember what happened with Darksiders 2 and Sleeping Dogs back in August was I realized, wow, Darksiders 2 is a pretty long game, so what I'm going to do is play more of that than I do Sleeping Dogs, but I'm still doing a significant amount of content in each game every day. And by doing that, people... It's good. It's good for two reasons. Number one, because you get both each game every day, and people don't say, "Oh, you know, I really like that game," and you stopped playing it, and they get disappointed. The other thing is, it's less of each game every day. I completely understand that when I'm doing these playthroughs, that not everyone has 8 hours a day to watch. You know what I mean? And so if I put out 7 hours of Dishonored footage today, people are going to fall behind, and they're going to be like, "Oh, I can't keep up with Phil." If I play 3 hours of Dishonored today and 3 hours of XCOM today, well, now it's a lot easier for you to keep up with the game that you want to watch, unless you watch both, of course, then you're in the same situation. So that's how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to play some of Dishonored. I'm going to play some of XCOM. I haven't decided the order yet, okay? So don't get your hopes up on one or the other yet. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to jump into one, and then I'm going to play it for a while, take a break, and then jump into the other one. And we're going to do that all this week until we see if, I near the end of one of the games. So, alright, that's it for Release Day Unboxing for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's a good week with multiple releases, a lot to talk about, some cool pre-order bonuses. And I will see you for gameplay coming up today. Peace.